Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today, me and my partner will be presenting about the topic of Islamic perspective of ethics, individual and social morality. Next slide. So this is me and my this is me, Khairul, and also my partner Hakim. Next. Right. So the table of contents of our presentations. First, we have what is ethics. Second, philosophy, concepts, and also principles of ethics in Islam. Number three, we have individual and social responsibilities. Number four, we have importance of ethics and responsibility in Islam. Number five, we have example of ethical issues. Six, factors influencing the ethical behavior. The last one, conclusion. Next. Right. So I'll pass to Hakim for the first part.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Munul Hakim, and today I will be presenting about what is ethic. Okay, so next slide. Okay, for the next slide, what is ethic? Ethic is as general, ethic is a system of moral principles. They affect how people make decisions and lead how they lead their life. And ethic is concerned with what is good for individuals and society, and is also described as moral philosophy. And the term of ethic is derived from the Greek word, which is ethos, which can be mean custom, habit, character, or disposition. So actually, our concept of ethic has been derived from religions, philosophies, and also cultures. So, ethic involves a discipline that examines good or bad practices within the context of moral duty. And basically, ethic is actually the field of study that is concerned with question of views such as judgment about behavior is whether they are good or bad in any given situation. It is a discipline that deals with what is good and bad and with moral duty and obligation that include the standards, value, moral, and also principles. So next slide. So next slide is ethic from the Islamic perspective. So ethic from Islamic perspective are more concerned with religious behavior, code, and ethic. And Islam, and as we all know that Islam is supposed to be a complete way of life, and we also know that as a Muslim we are bound by Islamic rules, and hence is obligated to follow the instruction as prescribed in the Quran and Hadith. So by general, in Islam, ethic have two dimensions. First, ethics toward Allah, which is our creator, and which means that a Muslim has to believe in Allah and has to worship Him. And the second is ethics toward others. Meaning that a Muslim personally they have to deal ethically with others by maintaining a good treatment to others and also establish a good relationship with other people. Okay, so I pass next slide the presentation to my partner Khairul.
Alright, so I'll proceed the presentation with the next part, which is the philosophy, concepts, and also principles of ethics in Islam. Next slide. So these are some of the overview of this part, which is about the that related with the ethical from the Islamic perspective. So whatever we do, we need to refer back to the Islamic sources, which is Quran and also Sunnah. And also in Islam, it's prohibited. There are some of the prohibited elements such as riba, maisir, and also gharar that we need to take into consideration whenever we deal or we make business with others. And also when we talk about Islam, we can't run with the concept of iman or faith. Next. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also mentioned about the concept of good, khair, enjoining what is right, ma'ruf, and also forbidding what is wrong, which is munkar, that apply to us Muslim to be a better Muslim day by day. Next. Alright, so for the five axioms of Islamic ethical philosophy, number one we have unity, which is the concept of Tawhid, which means the totality of integrated existence in and outside of the universe are the creation of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. The second one, equilibrium, which is the concept of adl, which means a sense of balance among various kinds of human beings. Number three, we have free will, which is the ability of human beings to act without external forces. Number four, we have responsibility, the accountability of human beings for all of their actions. And the last one, benevolence, concept of ihsan, meaning an action carried out by human being without the expectation of getting any reward. Next. Right. So for the characteristic of Islamic ethics, we have three. Number one, comprehensive, cover all life aspects. Second, realistic, which is consistent with people's ability. And the last one, moderation, which is cares about both life now and also hereafter. Next slide.
So we move to the next slide, which is the individual and social responsibility. So what is social responsibility? Social responsibility actually is an ethical theory in which individuals are accountable for fulfilling their civic duty, and the action of an individual must benefit the whole of the society. So, in the other word, the social responsibility is an ethical framework in which individuals or corporations are accountable for holding their civic duty and taking action that will benefit society as a whole. So we move to the next slide. So for the next slide, these are some of the example of social responsibilities. First is protecting the environment using the resources efficiently by minimizing the pollution. Second one is we can develop the quality of the workforce. This can be done by enhancing the quality of the overall workforce through giving the education and diversity the initiative. So I pass to the next presenter.
Right, so for the next part, which is the importance of ethics and also responsibility in Islam. Next. So from our beloved Prophet Muhammad SAW, he has explained about the purpose of his mission, which is he said about I was sent only to perfect the moral excellence of human beings. Al-Ghazali 2001. And also Islamic main worships, which is prayer, fasting, zakat, and Hajj, are designed to improve and protect ethics of Muslims. Al-Banna 1914, Al-Qaradawi 1955, 1994, and 1996. Next slide.
So we move to the next slide, which is the example of ethical issues. So basically, there are a lot of ethical issues that happen in our society that related with ethics. So these are some of them that we present in this presentation. First is the conflict of interest. Second is discrimination. Third is drug and alcohol, and the fourth, environmental destruction, pollution, and so on.
Alright, so the factors influencing the ethical behavior. Next slide. We have three. The first one, legal interpretations. In secular societies, legal interpretations are based upon contemporary values and standards according to time, country, and also situation. Number two, we have organizational factors. The organization too can affect or influence participants or individuals' behavior based on the degree of commitment of the organization's leader conduct. The last one, individual factors. Individuals come to work with different values based on the personal values and also morals, family influences, and also life experiences. So these are some of the factors that affect individuals' ethical behavior. Next.
Okay, so for the last part, which is the conclusion. So to conclude this presentation, um, the Islamic perspective to the issue of ethic, values, and morality have affinity to them as they are based on Allah's message that was sent through our last messenger, which is Prophet Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we as a Muslim, we accept that Islam as a religion that offer a complete and universal and internet code of ethic for the humanity. And lastly, ethic is a part of our lives, and we must implement it based on our primary source, which is Quran and Sunnah. And this we need to make Quran and Sunnah as our primary source in order to implement the ethic in our daily life. So that's all from us. Thank you, and Assalamualaikum.